Commando!
The AT-AT attacking Luke Skywalker's rebel base.
Okay, Luke, here we go. Steady. Now! We got it!
Will the rebels survive? Only you can decide with Star Wars toys.
1978, Star Wars. A New Hope premiered in the United Kingdom in December 1977 and was later shown on UK television in October 1982. 12 figurines were released in 1978 and were available in stores and news agents. Up until the late 1990s, Star Wars toys were either handed down or widely accessible on sale at car booths. Return of the Jedi was released in 1983, alongside Kenner's new Star Wars toy line. During that time my uncle purchased many of the larger box sets. He kept them sealed and out of reach from us. Every time we visited his house, we were like cats and Christmas trees. We would just stare at the enormous toy boxes on top of his living room bureau. Were Star Wars playground toys. Not for us. By 1986, we all had some Star Wars toys in our toy boxes, but they were not as popular as other toys in the 80s. Looking back, I believe that the overabundance of Star Wars toys since the 1970s did not help the later Star Wars toy lines, and to be fair, youngsters wanted something fresh. I was too young for the Star Wars toys, from the late 1970s and early 1980s. By the time I was old enough, my parents had no reason to buy the new Return of the Jedi toys in 1986, since there were mountains of hand-me-downs available. I had all of the main characters and a few more were represented in my second-hand collection. Additionally, I had a beat-up Millennium Falcon. In February 1986, Return of the Jedi was released on VHS, and I remember playing with my figures while watching that VHS over and over again. My brother began collecting Star Wars, Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Doctor Who figures in the 1990s. One lucky year I received a Slave One on a birthday, but I didn't get back into collecting until the prequel movies, as I started utilizing both vintage and prequel models to create enormous Star Wars dioramas. For years, Cyberdog's flagship store in London had one of my dioramas on display.
As it should always be, the foundlings are the future. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.